Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm cracking a pack today. I'm back with pack number 3 of my 1987 Sportflics baseball box. Since each pack only has 3 cards in it, I will talk about my memory of the player from the 1980s and maybe some specific items about the player from the 1986 MLB season. I will also test my knowledge to see if I can remember the trivia questions from the 2 team logo trivia cards. Will I remember, or will my memory fail me? Let's get to cracking this pack. So I'll move the box out of the way and let's crack this pack here. And if I remember the order correctly, Mr. Reggie Jackson is going to go on the bottom like that. Let's zoom in and get to cracking this pack. All right, let's go through the team trivia. Okay, we got the Chicago Cubs here. Flip it over to the back. Let's take a look at the back. It's got the Chicago Cubs team season records. So Rogers Hornsby set the batting average way back in 1929 at 380. Probably never be broken. And it looks like most of the records for the Cubs, since they have been a team that have been around a while, were done many, many years ago, aside from strikeouts in the season. That's Ferguson Jenkins in 1970, and Bruce Sutter had the saves in 1979 with 37. Of course, many of those records have probably been broken. Next, we have the Angels team logo trivia. And this is the California Angels team hitting leaders. In 86, Joyner led the team with a 290 batting average, all the way down to 1977, where Dave Chalk led the team with a 277 average. Home runs, Doug DeCences led the team in 86 with 26, and then Bobby Bonds led the team with 37 in 1977. Wally Joyner led the team in ribbies with 100 in 86, and Bobby Bonds led the team in ribbies 115 in 1977. Next up, we have Dan Pasqua, I think. Yep. Dan Pasqua had a relatively brief career with the Yankees and White Sox, came up as a big-time power-hitting prospect, and in his first couple of years delivered with the power, but couldn't really hit for average and struggled with the strikeouts. So that's pretty cool. After Dan Pasqua, we have, it's a Cardinal. Todd Worrell evokes a lot of memories. He was part of their 1985 World Series team, as well as 1987. He was pitching in Louisville until he was called up at the very end of the season when rosters expanded. The Cardinals had been, at that point, been using a bullpen by committee. Worrell was able to get into about 17 games at the end of 85, 5 saves, and then was their closer during the playoffs. He'll be remembered in Game 6 covering first base when Jack Clark scooped Jorge Orta's grounder, flipped it to him. Looked like Orta was out. Cardinals were going to go on and win the World Series. Don Dinkinger called Orta safe, and the rest is history. Worrell was Rookie of the Year in 1986. He had 36 saves, 9-10 win-loss record, and a 2.08 ERA. Worrell went on to be the Cardinals closer through 1990 when he had an arm injury and had to sit out for about 2 years. Came back for a season with the Cardinals in 92, then as a free agent moved on to the Dodgers. So there's Todd Worrell. And then got the checklist card here. Reggie Jackson was finishing on his career with the Angels, went on to the A's for a season and then retired. Jackson, a prodigious member of the 500 career home run club, Hall of Famer. My memory of Reggie Jackson is playing with the Angels in 1986 when they were almost going to beat the Red Sox and make it to the World Series. Unfortunately, Dave Henderson crushed those dreams in Game 6, and in Game 7, the Red Sox prevailed and went on to the World Series, where they lost in heartbreaking fashion to the Mets. Reggie Jackson was always known kind of as a sour personality, but in later years, he's been associated with the Yankees and has really endeared himself to fans. Anyway, my favorite card out of the pack, obviously being a homer, I'm going to choose Todd Worrell. Worrell was part of my Cardinals when I was growing up, and seeing them in the World Series in 85 and 87 and losing Game 7 to both the Royals in 85 and the Twins in 87 were heartbreaking. I was barely old enough to remember the 82 World Series where they were triumph against the Brewers. They've gone on to win World Series in 2006 and 2011 in recent memory, and hopefully they can do that in 2020. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Also, share with me in the comments what was your favorite card, what you thought was the best card in the pack. Until next time, I'm back to crack pack number 4 in my 1987 Sportflics baseball box.